We dancing under that pale moon real soon. You gon' get this work real soon. Her bag just like my report card, it got a lot of C's. Y'all calling phones like it's smoke, but it's for apologies. I wrote for your favorite, 10 minutes cost apologies. For all my dogs, watch your dog, it's paperwork, got fleas. We buying properties, trying to set up monopolies while eating Lebanese on the tropic beach. I'm out of reach. This guy's speech from the box seats can't box me. Anytime I hit Mach 3, I end up top 3. They mock me just to watch me. I had enough of one, I told the
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Lord Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I'm the best reporting on the Eagles. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, you already know I got to let y'all know this video is brought to you by Print Champs, big Print Champs in the building, bringing you everything you need, merchandise, things of that nature, everything you need to stay in tune, stay in step. You know what's going on with me as far as, curating dope merchandise and things of that nature. Use code BULLY10 at checkout. Get all your savings. Get them. This Hasson Reddick thing is bothering me. It's bothering me. So in this video, we're going to talk about the rumors surrounding Hasson Reddick, and we're going to talk about which way the Philadelphia Eagles should possibly go, with these rumors. So Hasson Reddick, man. So the last video I posted, it was reports of Hasson Reddick, either wanting or being granted, the opportunity to trade. You know what I mean? Maybe, opportunity to seek a trade. When it's put out that way, it almost seems like 99% of the time it's the players who want these situations to happen. It's the players who are disgruntled or whatever the case may be. And Hasson Reddick, talked to Jordan Schultz, and Jordan Schultz quotes that Hasson Reddick is saying things on these lines. I would like to get an extension done here at home. At no point did I ever tell the organization I wanted to be traded. Hasson has 1 year. 1 year left. Reddick has 1 year left on his deal with no guaranteed money left. This is home for me. I was born and raised here. 2 of the most fun years playing football in my life came here. I've cherished being an Eagle. This is the wicked works of NFL front offices, if you ask me. This is the wicked works, man. And it's disgusting when your front office is the one, that's casting these spells. It's disgusting when your front office is the one with the evil, wicked witch magic wand that's doing these things. But this is the way that I see the situation. I see it as the Philadelphia Eagles understanding that it's time for Hasson Reddick to potentially be coming up on that lump sum that they promised to pay. You know what I mean? And that's what I hate about some of these situations. So in 2022, Hasson Reddick's base pay was $1 million with a $2.8 million signing bonus. 2023 base pay was $1 million with a $2.8 million signing bonus. Now he's going into the 2024 year where the base pay, it's time that the chicken's got to come home to roost. The base pay now will be $14 million in 2024 with a $2.83 million signing bonus again. We don't know what the base pay will be in 25 and 26. That's the duration of the contract. But, this is just disgusting if you ask me. I think Hasson Reddick has outperformed his contract if you ask me. And I also believe that, getting rid of players when it's time to pay the bulk part of their contract, a lot of people want to say it's business. I just don't honor that, especially if the guy not even asking for a trade. You know what I mean? And you're just willing to test the market anyway because you have this lump sum of money that you have to pay out coming up. I don't like it, man. It just don't sit right with me, man. I don't like the business that's being done by the Philadelphia Eagles organization, because when you do things like this, players watch. You know what I mean? You don't think A.J. Brown is watching a situation like this? You don't think that that's the case with A.J. Brown? You don't think Jalen Hurts is watching a situation like this? You guys agreed to pay these big numbers out to these players. You know what I mean? This is what these players signed to be a part of this organization for. You know what I mean? At some point, organizations got to start abiding by, the deals being made. NFL contracts are some of the worst in professional sports because of stuff like this. You know what I mean? And I feel Hasson Reddick, man. He was all pro last year. Hasson Reddick has had 4 straight seasons of double-digit sacks, the last 2 coming with the Philadelphia Eagles. You know what I mean? And this $14 million that you owe Hasson Reddick, probably not enough for his services for what he do. That's just the facts being the facts. You got fans who going to say things like, well, he didn't have the best year last year. I mean, you break down pizza boxes, man. You got people breaking down pizza boxes talking about multi-million-dollar contracts and who's deserving of what. It don't make sense to me. You know what I mean? Hasson Reddick's body of work speaks for itself. It speaks for itself. There's only two guys that get to the quarterback at the level that Hasson Reddick do in the NFC East. That's him. That's Micah Parsons. Now Josh Sweat is coming along. You know what I mean? But Hasson Reddick has repped games. You probably not even in the Super Bowl if Hasson Reddick don't break Purdy elbow. Them just the facts of the matter. That's just the nature of the beast. So if the Philadelphia Eagles want to play these games and somebody do go out there and say, well, we think you should probably be getting $18 million a year, we could sign you that and pay you that from day one. When you gonna play with your money, Hasson might be out of here. You know what I mean? Hasson might be out of here. But if Hasson is out of there are some options we could look at. You know what I mean? Linebacker, Austin Booker, edge from Kansas. That's a guy on my radar. You know what I mean? I haven't really looked at a lot of the prospects yet. That time for that is going to come. But defensive edge, those are guys that I really, really pay attention to. So let's look at some of the measurables for Austin Booker, and we'll circle the wagons on this Hasson Reddick thing. But, we're going to highlight a young prospect who I think is worthy of a draft pick, because what the Philadelphia Eagles are trying to do, in my opinion, is justifiably move Hasson Reddick, let somebody come get him so they don't got to pay that money, and throw Nolan Smith into the fire. You know what I mean? Throw Nolan Smith into the fire. We're comfortable with Josh Sweat because Josh Sweat was cheap. I think Josh Sweat was an undrafted free agent, so we could get away with paying Josh Sweat, what we're paying Josh Sweat. But Josh Sweat is going to be underpaid. He's underpaid. You know what I mean? So at some point, you got to pay big money, and you got to spend the money on some of these guys, man. You're going to have to pay a Jalen Carter. You're going to have to pay a Jalen Hurts. You're going to have to pay a Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown. Some guys you have to pay. You know what I mean? And it just is what it is, man. So let's get into this guy, Booker, man, from Kansas State, edge rusher, and let's see how this materializes out. Austin Booker is a certified stud. You know what I mean? Kansas City Jayhawks edge rusher. I really, really liked how he excelled and separated himself during those Senior Bowl weekends, showing power off the edge, showing great hand control off the edge, hand placement. You know what I mean? It's just elite when you could come into the game with certain strengths and certain things under your belt that don't necessarily have to be taught at a higher level. I like what he really, really brings to the game, man. High motor guy. Got some bend, got some twist, got a little bit of everything. Somewhat of a jack of all trades at the position, if you ask me. The spin move to get to the sack, you know what I mean? Always fired up. Great hand placement. I can't pinpoint that. I can't say it enough about the hand placement of this kid, man. If we were to move on from Hasson Reddick, I think that this guy is a candidate for somebody that we should be looking at in the second round of this draft. Could have first round potential upside, but I am just enamored by what he brings to the game, man. These moves are moves that can't be taught. Very Hasson Reddick-ish, if you ask me, man.